All right, everybody, we are here at Zeppoli's in Blacksburg. Owner Cody Thompson has graciously given us some of his time here to talk about small businesses in Blacksburg and restaurants, how you can help them, what the current situation is, if you're a business owner, some ideas locally that you may be able to help. So Cody, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. So first things first, give us a status update on Zeppoli's. What are your status? You guys still open?
Yeah, so we're still open. You can't really dine in. If you walk in and we have, we're welcome to let you sit down if there's just a couple of you, but right now we're pretty much curbside and delivery just for the safety of the community and so that we can still be here because we know some people, you have a bunch of groceries, but you don't always want to cook every night, and we want to be able to provide delivery to those who can't quite get out as much.
Awesome. Yeah, I heard some stat yesterday. I think something like 40% of the United States relies on fast food, restaurants, what have you, to provide their meals. So it's a great thing you guys are still open, especially doing the delivery service. Now, you all are doing delivery, but it's not just your food, right? Have I read that it's beer and wine as well?
Right. So we actually applied last year and got a delivery permit, which is coming in handy now. So we can bring you wine, we can bring you beer, we can bring you food, catering, anything that you're used to having in the restaurant. Include some hospitality. We love to deliver to you guys.
And what is your delivery area?
So we'll go to all around Blacksburg, but I am not opposed to bringing things to Christiansburg. There's just going to be a little bit more of a fee. Things that right now are $2 or $10, so we're trying to keep that super low, just enough to give a little bit of extra cash to our employees who are delivering things, or if I have to bring it out for you guys.
And now, how if someone wants to deliver, where do they go? Do they go online to your website? Do they call?
Right, we're getting more and more things set up. Right now, the best thing to do is call or send us an email. We're getting more links set up on our website homepage, and if you click there, you can see all of our specials. We have a $50 catering special right now, or you can see the wines that we're able to deliver, and on all that is our information on how you can email or call. But we're trying to make it easier and easier for you guys. So whether you want to send us a message on Facebook or send us a message on Instagram, call, email, we'll figure out a way. You contact us, and we'll make sure that you get what you want.
Awesome. So the catering special for the family. I seen that. I thought that was a really cool deal. I'll go ahead and let you plug that, like the specifics of that.
Right. So what we thought was, you're at home now, kids are at home, you're stuck there. We thought, what can we do to make a nice, easy meal that we can deliver? We can make fast. You guys can pick it up fast. So what we're doing is you get a choice of entrees for $50, spaghetti with marinara bolognese or lemon vegetable linguine, a garden salad or Caesar salad, and then some bread feeds what we want to say 6 to 10 or a really hungry family for only $50. So you're going to save more than $25. And there's also some upgraded options now on there. If you want one of our classic entrees, you can do that as well.
So if you don't have 6 to 10 people, you have leftovers now.
Right.
And
Perfect.
so you can have good home-cooked food at your home instead of just relying on cooking on yourselves and saving yourself time. So really cool option. So how can people in the New River Valley help local restaurants?
Right. So the restaurants that are staying open are trying to pivot to curbside delivery. So obviously, order if you can. You can also purchase gift cards. I know we're offering a discount on any gift cards, and I know a bunch of businesses are doing the same, that you can go ahead and purchase now if you plan on dining with us in the future, once things calm down and get back to normal. In addition, I know there are some local support groups going around who are raising money for people in general who are losing their jobs. And I'm sure if, that contributing to those would be as helpful as anything. So that's what comes to mind immediately,
Gotcha.
with helping. And we're trying to do all we can to stay open, pay our employees, and be here for the community. But it's definitely tough.
Now, as far as gift cards go, because I know there are some people that don't want to come out at all. Like I know
Yes.
it's curbside. You guys are being very careful. You have hand sanitizer
Right.
as soon as you walk in the door. If you want to buy a gift card, can you buy that online?
Yeah, so if you just either go on our website, click on buy a gift card. We're putting up links all the time on social media and sending out emails. There's an e-gift card. You can print it at home. You can save it for the future. It doesn't go down in value. It doesn't expire, anything like that. And it really helps us be able to pay the employees as long as possible, while they allow us to stay open.
And so, talking about online, go ahead and plug your website.
Yeah, so Zeppolis.com. Super easy. We're trying to put as much information on the front page so you don't have to scroll and click around. And then, of course, follow us on Facebook or on Instagram at Eat at Zeps. And we always plug a bunch of information there
So
for you as well.
EATZEPS, that's EATATZEPS?
Yes, yep.
Awesome, awesome. So if you were a local business owner and you are like, okay, a week ago I was fine and knew exactly what was going to happen in March, now I have no idea. My doors are closed, or I can't open them up to 10 people. What advice would you give them?
Yeah, so what I would say is definitely talk to your guests. They want to know if you're being safe, what your steps you're taking to make them still feel comfortable. And then also, what can you do to pivot to bring your services, your products, or your expertise to those people at home, or to make it in a nice fashion where they can come and grab it for you quickly. It's going to be tough for retail establishments and restaurants alike to all suddenly switch from trying to invite people in as much as possible to how can I, as a individual or a very small business, bring things to people all over Blacksburg.
Right. And now you have been very instrumental. I'm a member of this group. Cody helped start a private Facebook group called NRV Small Business Owners Facebook page. There's how many people at this point on
100,
there?
150.
And if you haven't heard of this and you want to join, what can someone do to join?
Right, so feel free to friend me or send us an email at the Zeppoli's address, or if you're a member of any small business associations, reach out to them and they can get you in contact. Basically, all you have to do is be added by someone, and then we try to verify that you're either a manager or a small business owner. Currently, we don't want any employees. We're not trying to get too many people. We want to make sure that we get the information to the people who are decision makers. And so there's plenty of information on there about the SBA loans, about places in town that are helping with capital, and strategy ideas that you can use as small businesses to try and compete in this climate.
Gotcha. And now you mentioned your employees. How are the employees at Zeppoli's right now?
We're doing okay right now. Anyone that needs to stay has been able to stay. We had around 5 employees who are students who asked which was very nice of them, if they needed us to come back, and we told them, no, if you can stay home and be with your family, please do that. So what we're trying to do is do as much business as possible to keep people as long as possible without having to lay them off. Yes, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, and for people who have been laid off, I just want to let you know that you can go collect unemployment. It's not going to affect the business owners for this specific virus outbreak. So please do that. Even if your hours have been cut, they're still saying you can go ahead and try to collect. So while we're doing as much as we can to keep people on, but hours have been cut, but we're trying to helpfully, be there as a resource for our employees and send them somewhere where they can still make and pay their bills.
So you touch on that. Sounds like you have some knowledge. If you have been laid off, your hours have been cut, can you go right now in person, or do you go online?
There's an online form. That I'm searching. If you just search for it,
right.
It's very easy to get set up. And I would encourage, even if you haven't been laid off or your hours haven't been cut, if there's any worry at all that could happen, maybe go ahead and start that paperwork.
Get it in now before the
right.
rush of everything.
Right. Everyone's already overwhelmed.
Okay.
And so the sooner you get started, if something were to happen to your place of employment, you've already got your feet wet and getting that process going so that you can still pay your bills.
Now, one thing I've been really impressed on the Facebook group, kind of switching topics a little bit here, is how creative you've been and how you talk about pivoting. Talk about the importance of that right now, and then some ideas you've had and how you can do that, besides just carry out delivery.
Right, and I just want to say that people have been saying these are my ideas and things, but what I find is that when small business owners come together and entrepreneurs come together, you're going to get ideas. Whether you're giving them to each other, and then you might think of something that'd be good for your business. So, for example, Kevin at Blacksburg Boxing and Fitness is doing live classes now for his members because he doesn't want people to drop out. He wants to make sure his members are happy. And then there was another idea that he might start doing, which is an equipment rental where he could deliver equipment so you could work out at home. And so there's things like that. And I love, it sucks that we can't meet in person, but the group is great because tell us about your business, and then hopefully we can jump on and give you some ideas of things that maybe you haven't thought of. Some other things, we've come to think that, if people can't get out and can't get to the grocery stores, we're happy to come up with a list of goods that we can get here in the restaurant and then deliver to you guys. So that's kind of something we're working on now. We're working on prepared meals, where maybe you want lunches for 3 days in a row, where we can bring that to you. or dinners for maybe 5 days in a row, things like that. And I feel like for a good amount of small businesses, there's a way you can pivot and still bring in some revenue.
And one of the things I seen off of our group, someone talked about, or linked to it, I can't remember, but Blacksburg Bagels had a customer buy like $500 worth of bread because the Interfaith Food Pantry right now is having a shortage of food. So then Blacksburg Bagels went ahead and doubled their order, and they donated all this to the Interfaith Food Pantry, who has right now a trouble getting food. So that's another way you can help out the restaurant and help out the community at the same time.
But we're more than happy to take donations and create food for locals. That we would love to do that. And also, I've saw that Annie K's, the grocery store here in town, has been taking on more local vendors, including Blacksburg Bagels and like Sweet Rebellion, who makes cupcakes, to sell inside their grocery store because they're having trouble getting food off their trucks anyways.
Oh, wow.
So what better way than to sell local food, which probably has a little bit more safety in place, because it's just 1 or 2 people creating that in town who we know are being safe, and then providing that for curbside and pickup through a local grocery store, which keeps some of that economic money and going in Blacksburg.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really awesome. Let's see. You talked about some of the resources available. Are there any other resources available for a small business at this point that you're aware of? I know we talked about the Facebook group. We talked about the unemployment. Is there other places people can go now, small business associations?
Yeah, so my understanding is that the Montgomery County Chamber of Commerce is now working for everyone regardless of membership. So feel free to reach out to them, get on their email lists, get on the SBDC email list. They're both sending out information that you can use for your business, and ways that they've seen other businesses provide efforts to reach their customers. Also, keep a lookout for the SBA loan if you do need capital. We just got declared a disaster area here, in Virginia, so that money is a couple of days away. But again, it's just like the unemployment thing. If you get all your paperwork ready and you're ready to go, when that is released, hopefully you can get a jump. And if you need capital, stay open and pay your employees, you can get access to it. Also, something that I've been doing recently, and this is, find out what your industry is, but go on Facebook and look for groups that are related to your industry. So there are some restaurant groups that I'm a part of that I get ideas from. If you own a tanning salon, I'm sure there's the same thing. And those other people are either going through the same thing you are about to go through it, or are already going through it in other areas that are heavily more affected. So you can get ideas on what your labor needs to be to get by, what you're doing to talk to your vendors, any ways you can pivot to sell to your customers, what you need to be telling your employees, because things are definitely changing for everyone. And so there's, find support, get yourself some ideas, and definitely don't feel like you're alone in this, because you're not. And, and of course, reach out in the group that we've started. We'd be happy to throw ideas your way.
Yeah, and I will, I guess I could link that group, but the main thing is you have to be, we do want to make sure that you are a owner of a local business.
But I think if you reach out to Jamie, and he'd be happy to kind of verify that with you, and we can get you in touch with and get you on there if you need to be.
Absolutely. Is there anything else you'd like to add, Cody, about, obviously, as you said, the situation is a daily change, sometimes hourly change. We don't know what's happening. Everybody is in the same thing. You're not the only one. Whether you were an individual at home or you're a business owner, everyone's going through this. No one knew it was coming, so we're all just trying to stick together and make the best of it.
Right. I just wanted to talk about the good things that have come from this. For something light, I don't know why we haven't been delivering wine for years, so that's something we're going to continue to do, even after. And then the other thing is, and this is huge for me, is just the sense of community in Blacksburg, not only between the small business owners, but between our guests. We've seen an outpouring of people, coming in to buy curbside, buying gift cards, sending us emails to see how we're doing. I'm getting messages all the time just asking if there's anything they can do for us. And then in terms of small businesses, everyone's coming to bat for each other. Do you need this? Do you need that? Can I carry your stuff here? How can I help you? What can we do to help you get to your customers? So I think, we're a strong local community, and I've never felt more a part of Blacksburg.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, once again, Zeppoli's website?
Zeppolis.com.
Zeppolis, sorry. And then the phone number?
Yep, 540-953-2000. Give us a call. We'll bring you food, wine, catering, whatever you want. We're open until 8:30 every day, and we open at 11.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Cody, for your time and your expertise here.
Thank you, Jamie. It's great being on.
All right, everybody. Thanks a lot. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.